Hi, I'm Barbara Olsavsky, strategist, data toolmaker, and trainer. We've all been told ad nauseum that it's important to have clean data. And if you've looked into it, you know what it can cost to have someone clean up your dirty data. But what does it mean to say your data is clean? In this video, I provide a definition and discuss why someone else's clean data might not be clean for you. Before I dive in, I want to give a quick disclaimer that this video is for general information purposes only and is not intended as consulting or business advice. In the simplest terms, to say that data is clean is to say that it's in the right format, up to date enough, and complete enough for how you need to use it. And it's that how you need to use it part, more formally called your use cases and processes, that means that someone else's clean data might not be clean for you. As an example, let's say you bought a mailing list for a direct mail marketing campaign. The company selling the list will usually verify for you that the physical locations are indeed valid according to the Postal Service. But they're not doing anything to verify that the business name or individual's name associated with that address is correct. So in one sense, that list is clean in that if you sent postal mail to those addresses, it would end up at the physical location in the list because that physical location exists. In another sense, if you're trying to drum up new business using this list, how likely are you to succeed if the recipient sees that it's addressed to someone that's not them, even if they are current resident? This data is dirty because it's not up to date for how you want to use it. You probably have a good number of clean entries, but you'll also have some dirty duds as well. The impact of this dirty data on your budget and overall campaign success might be low, particularly if you're cold contacting the people on the list, but it should give you a starting point for thinking about clean data and use cases. What if, instead, you're using your address list to assign different salespeople to client leads based on region? You'd first need to make sure that you've supplemented your address list with region information because it's incomplete without this classification. Once you're recording regions, if you forget to assign a region to a client lead, you've made your data dirty by making it incomplete in a different way. You might lose that sale because it's never assigned properly to someone to follow up. This type of dirtiness can also negatively impact your metrics and analyses because the holes in your data might mean that that data cannot be properly measured and assessed. To alleviate this issue, you can make sure that the information you need is required by the system so that no one can leave it blank. What if you're using your address list to match up to someone else's database, like U.S. Census tracts? That requires that you can enter an address following the U.S. Census Bureau's address format so that they can return the census tract information you need. To foster this process, if you know you need to use addresses in this way, you can make sure that your address information will map cleanly to the U.S. Census Bureau's form fields. As you look to your own data and your own processes and use cases, you should ask yourself use-specific questions. There are templates available for defining use cases, but it can also be useful to do something called starting with the end in mind. Looking at your metrics and other reporting needs, ask yourself and the others that interact with your data, what information do you need out of the system? And what do you think that information means? That is, what do you plan to do based on that information? These questions inform what data you need to have clean data, what data needs to be required, and how timely and up to date that information needs to be in order to be useful. If you would like to talk to me about your data strategies and processes, you can connect with me at www.bloudesigns.com. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Thank you for watching.